Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Ah. There we go. There we go. Ah, shit. Okay, it's okay. At least I don't think anyone was around to see that, so we're okay. I think we got away with it. Hello and good evening. Welcome to this pre-spoopy night season spookies streaming part 2 little goody two shoes thing. Hello, how are you? Sorry, I'm all messed up. That caught me off guard. Now my microphone. There we go. That caught me off guard. Sorry? I'll give you get on with it. Good evening and welcome. We have returned for another spooky adventure with adorable anime girls. Speaking of adorable anime girls, I am joined as always by my beloved Paige and our wonderful puppy who is currently wrapped up in blankets, hopefully all hopped up on sleepy snacks. Yeah, she's sleepy girl. She's had a very busy day of doing nothing. But that's okay. I'm sure you'll hear from her later. Oh yes, she's just chilling. So yes, we have returned for some more little goody two shoes. Very excited. I've been looking forward to this all week.
You can't stream more than one day.
Yeah, I know I can't stream more than one day a week, but I got lazy over the weekend. We were having such a lovely time doing nothing together.
We were, yes.
Reading and playing video games and ooh.
That's quite nice.
Elise, I have a bad feeling about this. Yes, we are diving right in, because why not? Is it right?
Wasted enough time as it is.
What in the Lord's name is this place? What are those things? What things? Feeling lost, don't forget to turn on your lantern. Turn on your lantern. Ooh, what is going on? I'm on fire. Okay. Didn't expect to be attacked by candles. What is going on? How do I... Stop attacking me, candles. How dare you? I was not expecting to be immediately attacked by evil candles. Oh, the floor is broken. We're off to just a chaotic start tonight. This is... Nothing is going at all like I expected. Such a big sofa. If only upholstered in luxurious blue velvet. The broad sofa rests surrounded by similarly luxurious furniture. Oh, a chest. It's jammed. Could try to pry it open, but force it open. I got a key. A phantasm key. It's a key. This will get me out of here, I'm certain. Spooky voices. Another chest. Got another key. It's a key. This is what will get me out of here. I'm certain. That's what you said about the last thing. Exactly that. It's no wonder they're wilted, being left in such an awful room. A bunch of purple flowers sag lazily over their vase. Yes, we've had a very, very pleasant week since a nice quiet weekend. These are all in different language, can't make any sense of these titles. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. No people though. We, what did we get up to? Chilled out. Played me some Final Fantasy X, read some books. And then of course we had the most important thing of all. On Sunday, can't remember, have we mentioned the wonderful Poppy yet? Yeah, well recently, if I've already said this, please feel free to ignore the next couple of moments of speech. Recently, my mum has become the proud owner of a gorgeous little miniature dachshund. She is adorable. Her name is Poppy, and she is lovely, the loveliest. And on Sunday, she was finally in a position, having had enough jabs and such, so that we could introduce our wonderful PP to the Poppy puppy, and I don't think it could have gone better, really. I mean, we kind of expected that Peanut would lose her shit and be kind of a dick and be difficult to manage and otherwise get into trouble, but as soon as she figured out, after an initial moment of abject terror on the behalf of poor Poppy, which I never knew she was capable of such screeches, because Peanut decided to lunge and charge after her. Ooh. What's this? The key to one's dream is found within oneself. As for yours, it's in this very room, the core of your innermost desire. It's not knowledge you seek, but gold-bathed glory.
So they did get along pretty well. Like, Poppy is the first puppy that Peanut has actually been around. So she doesn't know, like, how to be gentle with them at the moment. So we're just trying to teach her that way.
Yeah, she's not the best with other dogs at the moment. She does grow used to them. She has, like, made friends with my sister's dog, the wonderful Diggles. And we were worried that maybe Peanut might get a little bit defensive because obviously Poppy would be taking up the attention of my mother, who is to Peanut. Good, she did move. I know, that's why I whispered it. But luckily, that was not the case. 4 keyholes up here, 4 keys.
Most of the time, like, she was just trying to get to Poppy because she wanted to play so desperately.
Yeah, like, once she figured out that fun could be had, that Poppy was a willing participant in games. She just loved it, and it was so adorable watching them play together. I'd never heard Poppy bark, but she started developing her bark just for the fun.
Yeah, Peanut's like jumping with would just back off huh?
Yeah, which also shocked me was the fact that Peanut didn't bark at all, really, at Poppy, which is very unlike her, because normally she likes to be very vocal. So that was quite nice as well. We got to have a fairly relaxed time with Peanut around. But yeah, it was just the best, and we can't wait for them to get together again on Thursday. I'm sure Peanut's looking forward to it as well. Gets to play with her little sibling-ish cousin thing, Poppy.
It's so cute watching them play.
Yeah, especially when Peanut starts calming down and then Poppy starts riling her up.
Yeah,
that just kept making me laugh.
Yeah, she just basically because I figured that Peanut would be the one to start it all the time, but sometimes it was Poppy starting off the plane, and then Peanut would just go charging her.
Yeah. Poppy would nip at her face, and then she'd be like, "Oh, I would take this," and then would start fighting back, and then it'd be like, "No, okay, Poppy's too tired now."
Yeah, because Poppy is extremely tiny, so she has obviously really short legs because she's a dachshund, but she's really small. So Peanut doesn't understand that at the moment. She's trying to, I think, but it's just not really something she's used to, because she's around Blue, who's obviously a Chihuahua, so he is smaller than her, but Poppy is even smaller than a Chihuahua currently. So it's something she just has to learn, and we would have to take Poppy away a little bit. She would have to be snuggled in his mom's arms, because Peanut just kept trying to play with her all the time, but she's just a little baby.
But she'll get there. They'll figure it out. And when Poppy grows up a bit more and is a bit more sturdy, they'll be able to entertain each other for hours.
And it was really cute how Peanut would expose her belly to Poppy as well. It would also get really low on the ground, so she would make herself really small to Poppy. So that was quite cute.
God, man. So I think I need to use something on this picture for some reason. Sorry, just to Emerald Brooch. This maybe. It seemed like this is what I should be using here. I figured I would have to light this, but apparently I don't. I guess. Let's see. All told, wonderful times. Exciting. Absolutely worth the wait. Something inside her. Language, yeah, this is the titles. Oh no, I'm gonna get burned again. How do you stop this from happening? Ah. Golden lamp stands by the wall, whatever. Use some ointment, get some more health in this situation. Whoa, wait a second, what? Why does she have a knife and is bleeding? And also, is something spooky. Weird shit appears to be happening. Oh. Only a different language can't make sense of them. Assuming the reflection has nothing to do with it. Ow. It's gone. The door is completely gone. Okay, so I can't leave the room. No. Has to be something to do with this. Sure. Maybe if I try something else. Kind of over seems to be behind there. It's the prayer. Something else at the bottom. Nice little crossroads and a maypole. Third switch. Crossroads. Blah blah blah. What's that? Oh, fuck off. Fucking candle. The key to one's dream is found within oneself. As for yours, it's in this very room, the core of your innermost desire. It's not knowledge you seek, but gold-bathed glory. Gold-bathed glory. No! I'm about to die. Lamp. Bunch of purple flowers. Spooky creaking noise. Big old sofa. I feel like I'm missing something. There's something at the back of the car. I have to reach my arm, but reach for it. There it is. Found it. This is what will get me out of here. You know what? I'm gonna just sacrifice myself because I want to do this again and not be as dead. Oh no! Game over. Continue. There we go. Right. Okay, we know what we're doing this time. It's okay. Spooky, spooky, bad feelings.
What is this?
What are those things? Feeling lost. I thought that notification was going to attack me. Ah, fuck off. Did it again. Check in here, get this key. Oh, this not the one I was in a moment ago? Languages. Give me your key, it's jammed. Pry it open. Give me the key. It's a key. Unless will get me out of here, I'm certain. We come up here, we get this one. Key! It's a key. It'll get me out of here. So yes, how have you all been? What else have you been up to lately? Different language. Different language. Different titles. Different language. Any exciting puppies and such amongst you? I hope so. More people need to have exciting puppy moments. They are so lovely. Oh, speaking of puppies, she's stirred. Or I suppose equally important, what are you guys doing for Halloween's? For the Samhain? I do believe we are going to watch some spooky movies, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna play Fallout New Vegas.
Paige has been meaning to or wanting to dive into that game for a while, and we're modifying it up for her so that it's a lot easier to tolerate.
Yeah, I don't want the scorpions or the giant ants in them. I can't deal with bugs, and the giant ants look like spiders, and I can't do it. Like, that's the reason why I've never played it for so long, because on console, obviously, you can't mod it, so it's to me. Like, I do remember playing it on console, like, years ago and having so much fun with it, but that was before, like, there was any scorpions, but then I came across one and freaked out and I just never played it again. I think it was in, like, 2015 or something like that, maybe earlier than that. And that's when I never played it again. I so desperately wanted to, but I couldn't because of that.
But luckily here we are with high technology and an understanding of the modding community, the abilities to do so. So I'm gonna sit by and enjoy watching Paige enjoy one of the best, well, probably the best Fallout game and one of the best first-person RPGs. 4 keys. Are we done?
I'm really excited.
4 keyholders.
I've played, I think, some of Fallout 2 like years ago, maybe.
This is
It's
it!
actually really cool. I really like it.
I still need to play Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics. I do have them, and I will probably end up streaming them just because, you know, I've been sitting on them for so long. Ooh, what's this?
They're just very immersive, and like I love like how, like what the dialogue options are like and stuff like that. They're just really interesting.
Sorry, man. Where am I? I must be dreaming. Ooh, fire. Ooh. It's a place. Many candles. I love the design of these candles. We should get some candles like this. Like that.
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of candles you can get on Etsy these days. That's where I would go.
What were you looking at? What was the ones you were looking at before? Were they skulls? Or?
I think so, yeah, they might be.
What the fuck is that? Is that a coconut? Hurry now, hurry now. We're late for his banquet. What are you? Hurry, hurry. There it goes. Sonic the Broom Hog? Ooh. We fucking booking it. Ugh. It's a pumpkin. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. Is that Baba Yaga's house? Montauk! We made it to Montauk! That was weird. A dream that left me feeling a little greasy. Rosemary? She's most likely still asleep. No point in waking her up this early, I suppose. Oh no, I am tired. I am tired. I do believe I should have some foods to counteract tired. I'll see if I can buy some more as well. No more tired. Story event. What's this now? It's a unicorn. It did not always look like this. Well observed. There she is. Oh. Good morning, Elise. I would have got a head start on breakfast if I knew you'd be waking up this early. Since when have you been up? Oh, I'm always up and about before daybreak. I can't sleep in if I try. I know that feeling. I didn't notice you coming down from the attic. I brought the ladder up with me last night so I wouldn't wake you. And the hatch doesn't squeak if you do it slowly, right? I took my shoes off and used the ladder to shut it back up. Easy. You're smarter than you look, huh? I look as smart as I am. Is that so? Anyhow, I'm heading off to the garden. The garden? You mean the field just outside? Is it that obvious I haven't touched it in years? Been working like a dog since Granny Holly passed, but now I have you to fret about too. I can't sit on my hands forever, can I? Ellie! What, you'd rather starve? Join me as maid of all work. As a maid of all work, perhaps. You truly are kind, aren't you? Oh, shush. Heading out to see what I can do about the garden. I'll call you in for breakfast in a moment then. I want the sparkly. What's the sparkly? A bread. My favorite. I'll call you in for breakfast in a minute.
For goodness sake.
Yeah, that thing, she said. I've neglected it for so long, it'll be impossible to dig. Anyhow, this is no time to loiter about. I'm doing gardening sim shit now. I do like a good gardening sim. Shoes. A pair of shoes? How could they possibly wound up here in my garden? They're wonderful. And they're not really my style. I prefer green, and they fit me like a glove. These shoes. Would you really randomly... Would you put on some shoes you just randomly dug up in your garden?
No.
It's as though they were made for me. Elise is weird. Are these the two shoes that the game is referencing? All of Kieferberg needs to hear about this. I found shoes and now I'm wearing them. This girl's insane. From now. Okay. What the fuck is going on? I was not expecting a random anime opening. needs to decide whether it wants to be 4x3 or 12x9, because this is weird. It's weird. I don't even know what to say at this point. The random anime opening. Well, because she found some shoes in her car. Right, yeah, but I've never had never sung a random anime song just because I found a pair of shoes, and you seen me find a pair of shoes. Did I sing that anime song when that happened? On your feet, Elise. On your feet, Elise. Explain yourself.
Oh, shut it!
I've completely forgotten how to do a German accent. Help! What is there to explain, father? Could you not hear yourself, lass? Parading into St. Valburga's place of worship. Howling and shouting like a... Please hold your tongue. Words of egotism, vanity, disdain for your fellow folk. I know I was doing like a German thing last time, but I cannot seem to find it anymore. It's gone. I've always known you are the wicked, you arrogant lassie.
Oh, geezer!
By... What is going on? A witch of old Holly's...
I am not a witch, you!
I've got
That's
whiplash.
enough!
I've heard enough. Old Jochen has overstepped his boundaries. I ask that you pardon him. Yet his concerns weigh heavy, Elise. No, I wasn't aware singing and dancing was forbidden, therefore. Your singing was riddled with sin, lass. Vanity and lust go hand in hand with greed. Your...
Oh, shut it!
What does any of this have to do with sin, father? This old geezer just accused me and my grandmother of witchery, yet... Enough, Elise. Enough, Elise. Compose yourself and come inside. Your temperament is a sin in and of itself. Sorry, I'm cleaning my glasses, so I'm currently blind. Very well, Father. Guess I'll repent for something I didn't do if it makes you happy. Yet there's something I'd like to make clear to you all. You stood witness to this foolery. You've all heard the old Jochen accuse me of witchery. That's enough, Elise. You asked me to pardon him yourself, Father, and I will. Yet I demand you folk to understand this once and for
Out with
all.
it!
I am not a mere maid of all work. I am one of you. And I demand right here, right now, that you start treating me as such. Very well, Elise. You've made yourself heard. The hell was that? Without a shadow of a doubt, lass. At last he's made his move. Who are you? An old acquaintance of yours, lass. What? You're favored by him, Elise. Frightfully so. You're clad in his will from head to toe, inside out. And those shoes. My shoes? Those very shoes, Elise, are a testament to his gift to you. Who is he? Listen carefully now, my beautiful lass. Get away from me. Yours is his heritage, his flesh, his ardor. Don't you understand, Elise?
What in the Lord's name?
How do you know my name? His blessings, his will, he himself is writhing in your veins, lass. What do you want from me, you old hag? You must listen carefully now, my beloved. Do as I say, and he will make all your wishes come true.
Is this?
My wishes, you say? Why, yes. Opulence, splendor, fortune. Your deepest desire is unlike any other, Elise. I don't understand. You do, Elise. Tell me, what is your most desire? Speak it, Elise. What I most desire, that's fortune. Fortunate you are, Elise. Deep in the woodland, there is a painful state, whose blissful votes bestow a blessing upon the faithful. All that requested in return are 3 gifts made from the testaments to one's desire. Reach his dwelling with all these in hand, and your wish will be granted. Granted. A womb, carrier of life, your basket to hold all that is taken. Weird. The tender flesh of earthly desire. The sweetest nectar to be drunk in earnest. You are to arrive in good company, the object of your affections. You are to reach the gates of his dwelling carrying all 3 gifts. Voice your innermost desires, surrender yourself wholly to his grace. And fortune you shall attain, for such is his blessing and such is your desire.
Elise?
Elise, are you listening? I'm still suffering whiplash. A moment ago we dug up some shoes from the garden. Huh? Where did she go?
Elise?
Oh, you're right, Elise. Where did that old hag go?
Elise?
Everyone keeps saying Elise. What's the matter with you?
Lepkuhin.
I'm Lepkuhin? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry, Lep. It's best we let her rest a while. We can sit with you, Elise. Oh, it's best we give her some space, Jakob. I'm alright. I felt a little dizzy is all. I can bring you some water, Elise. As for me, I'll be in church waiting to have a word with you. Don't you start, Lip. Oh, I've already started. My, now you've done it, Elise. For goodness sake. Who was it you went with again? That's right, and I was going with Lepkuhin. So I can't tell if she is like genuinely concerned or about to start lecturing. Right. Help Marlon with the apples. Help Linda chop some wood. Investigate the notes. The crossroads. Oh, so much choice. Nay, Alice. Oh, Jochen truly went too far, I suppose. There's no need to hold your tongue, lass. That was far from reasonable. Nobody agrees with him. I suppose there comes a time when older folks lose their minds. Now that's a different story, Marielle. I wouldn't say. There's no story of Ludwig. At least for singing and dancing, so what? Truly, old Jochen's outburst was rather distasteful. But I have been meaning to ask where you got those shoes, Elise. Oh, they're... You don't have to tell us, Elise. You're right about what you said. We all should be treating you with a little more respect. Oh, but I'm awfully curious. I found them in the ground. Which, as we know, is a perfectly normal way to acquire shoes. I don't think I've been down here yet, have I? It's... Ah, it's blue. Ooh, what's that? Oh, how dreadful. Look what Flintstone did to our poor Alice. They did away with a few things, I see. You make too little of it, Elise. I don't know what else there is to say about the windstorm, Miss Oderly. Most of the townsfolk have already put it behind them, so why can't you? Old Jochen's just as concerned as I am, lass, and for good reason. Oh, here we go again with old Jochen. Ah, that reminds me. I can assure you, Miss Oderly, these shoes aren't. Old Wilhelm's making a rosary for my precious granddaughter Gisela, you see. Won't you please go see if it's ready for me, Alice? I suppose. Don't remember who used to live here. It's a cozy nook. The old home waits to be consumed by the old. I'm told it was Freya's mother who decorated their home. I can see where Freya got her creativity from, I suppose. Now where have I gone? We spent plenty of time repairing the stable's roof, that's for certain. Hard at work, are you, Elias? As always, Mr. Heinrich. You've heard about Jürgen's horses, then? Folks are more interested in what happened this morning, Heinrich. What about your horses, Mr. Jürgen? I'm getting a couple of new ones is all, nothing of great importance. I wouldn't put it like that, lad. Horsepower is essential to your business, isn't it? Merchants can't lift a finger without their horses. That's great news, Mr. Jürgen. For Kieferberg, too. I'll be lending a hand with the preparations. Full of promise, aren't we? I wonder if this does anything to scare the birds off. An old shirt and a straw hat rest mounted on a flimsy wooden structure. Well, there's a bird right there, so I'm gonna guess no. Hey. I stacked them so neatly for Mr. Jürgen, and look at them now. In the corner, various bundles of hay have been raked together in a disorganized pile. It's a fairy circle. Chickens and corn. How did they get the wheat to grow this tall, I wonder? It's wheat, not corn. Fully packed and golden, the wheat heads sway gently in the spring breeze. Ugh. Say, Mr. Wilhelm, Mrs. Oderly asked me to see about her rosary. Ah, that old hag can't give me a moment of peace. Oh, I suppose. Tell her she can come by my workshop this afternoon, will you? I'll rustle her up a rosemary in no time. A rosary. I thought you were making her a new one. In a way, lass. Haven't you heard of repurposing? It'll be the best rosary she's ever seen. Huh. Maybe then she'll stop nagging me. Okay, sorry if I've been disturbing you. Sorry. Enjoy. I love you too. I remember seeing a snake or two hiding in this hay not long ago. Snacked with hay and firework, Kieferberg stable's house much to the town's livestock. These the piggies. Yeah, it's a goat. And a windmill. Oh, what's that? Piggy meat. And a wooden toy horse. Aha. I think I know someone who's missing a toy. If it wasn't for Granny Gretel, I'd have to make my own bread every other day. A workbench sits outside, typically used by townsfolk of Kieferberg to bag newly milled flour. Oop. It's locked, I suppose. It's not like I'll make my own bread. I don't need to get in there. Granny Holly took me down to the lake once, I remember. Carved deep into valleys, Kieferberg Lake spreads out between the hills. Some of these aren't looking so good. Several rows of beets. Some of them looking rather withered and dry. Same thing. What's that here? Nothing. Nothing for you to see. Stables. Village Inn. Ooh. Stuff is happening. Ah, if it's not the last of the moment. Tell us all about these shoes, why don't you? What about them, Mrs. Wilmer? What about them, she says. Out with the last, we're losing our minds here. They're Granny Holly's. I found them under Granny Holly's bed this morning. It seems they were a gift she intended to give me, but I can't say I'm too convinced, Elise. What? There's no way old Holly could have afforded those. You, on the other hand, I wasn't aware you had the means, Elise. And I don't, as you know. Why, but neither did old Holly. So you mean to say you found them under her bed? That is what I said, Mrs. Elmer. Old Holly was full of surprises, that's true. How could we forget about the day she brought Elise to Kieferberg? Lord knows what else that old lass was hiding, huh? Suspicion down. Filled with dirt. Oh, check that out. It was quite a show there, lassie. Come now, Lorelei, no need least to lend me a hand. What is it, Mrs. Marlowe? I was hoping you'd pick me some apples today. I'm a little busy. Maybe later. Be spending all day polishing those shoes, I wager. That's alright, Elise. I'll be here. I won't be polishing my shoes. I'm just trying to see what else is around first. Mr. Wilhelm says you can come by his workshop this afternoon, Mrs. O'Leary. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, dearie. Old Wilhelm has a way with these kinds of things, doesn't he? I suppose, yes. Grape juice. What's this? It makes me feel at ease, lass. I think it might come in handy. Thank you, I suppose. Nothing wrong with some free grape juice. My Elise, look at those shoes. Red truly does look best on you, Elise. Why, thank you. Oh, you have to wear them to the festival, Elise. Now is the time to find yourself a proper suitor, Elise. Ah, that's precisely what we were chatting about today. Oh, yes. Aren't I a little too young to be looking for a husband? Why, the sooner the better, I'd say. It's not exactly what I'd like to be doing with my time, if I'm honest. I used to feel the same way until I met Finn, you'll see. I'd say Freya's got a good chance of meeting her future husband soon. Oh, Mrs. Brunhilde, I wouldn't say I'm... You're quite the catch, isn't she, Dorothea? Oh, Freya is the catch. As in truth... in truth, I do feel the same as Elise. My interests lie elsewhere, you see. Oh, you don't mean... Sewing! And I have my hands full with the festival too. This really isn't the time. Oh, that reminds me, would you come and meet me by the well today at dusk, Elise? Oh, yeah, I suppose. Girls these days, huh? You two will come around, I'm certain. Oh, they'll come around. At least they seem to have bought it. Okay. She's offering me a job. Elise! Mama won't let me chop wood for her. Don't be silly, Jakob. You're much too young to handle a hatchet. Can you get some wood for the hearth, Elise? I'm afraid not. But maybe I can make some time later, Mrs. That's alright, Elise. Let me know if you change your mind. So that means I can do it for you, Mama. No means no, Yakko. Good grief. Look, Mama, they're so shiny. You stole these, Elise. Be honest. I didn't steal them, you. Settle down now, you two. More importantly, are you alright, my dear? About earlier, There's no need to hold your tongue, Elise. The townsfolk made too much of it that wasn't remotely acceptable. Everyone knows old Jochen lost his wits. Don't you start, April. Oh, Mama, can I get shoes like that too? You have ugly ogre feet, Grune. Mama, Apple's being mean again. Can't you two see I'm trying to talk to Elise? I'm alright, Mrs. Lisbeth, thank you. You can catch up later, Elise. I'd best go. I'll have a word with Jürgen. My goats aren't doing so good. Ogre feet, Apple. Wasn't remote. Whose toy have I got? Oh, Elise, you scared me stiff earlier. I did. It takes a great deal of courage to put those two in their place. You did well, Elise. They're the only ones being unreasonable. Mrs. Matilda. They'll be babbling on and on about it in church, I wager. Would you say they'll be wanting a word with me, Mrs. Matilda? They might, but you have nothing to fret about, Elise. I can assure you not one soul in Kieferberg thinks ill of you, my dear. Thank you, Mrs. Matilda. Besides, the townfolk are still shaken up by that windstorm. I'd say they'll forget all about you and your shoes by the afternoon. Well, I wouldn't be so sure. Cutting the scratches, the anvils, surprised. Running real low on Tiffle. Oh. Hard at work in those shoes, are you? They hardly make a difference, Mr. Guido. Come now, lads, we ought to get to the logging camp. Getting that maple done in one day won't be an easy task. I must say I'm not confident either. All we need is a little cheer, lad. Get the townsfolk feeling jolly again. There's no shortage of joy in this lass, that's for certain. We all saw you twirling around the village square, Elise. Never imagined you could sing. Oh, that wasn't... They'd keep up the cheerful mood, lass. That's precisely what Kieferberg needs most this week. I suppose. Keep that in mind, Elise. You must share more of the song and dance, you hear? Eek, good day, ma'am. Oh, it's you. I was helping Granny Gretel. Oh, you can't expect me to believe that. It's true. I promise. Oh, my auntie's life. Helping you with what, then? Granny Gretel gives me bread whenever I come to visit, you see. She asked me to taste some of the pies for the festival. Is that so? It is so. It really is so, Elise. Best not try Granny Gretel's patience, Mandy. She's too old for that. It's Miffy, Molly, Murphy. It's all the same to me. It's not that silly of a name. Yeah. So creepy. Looking cheeky again, dearie. Yes, I'm buying. Give me a spare bread. Because I need them to give away, don't I? What have I got? Tell me if you need anything else, dearie. So wait, what? The toy horse. Simple and toy horse is now loose and rattly. Could be sold for some change. So I'm not giving that back to the kid who's missing their toy. Weird. Where's the maple? The note said something about a maple. I'm gonna save. Yes, please save progress. 14. Also, I'm afraid I must briefly pause so that I may go and use the facilities. So I shall be right back. And we are back. I hope. Oh, now we are back. God damn it. I don't know why this microphone is giving me so much trouble tonight. But it is. Very strange. It's been so reliable. What the? Well, I never noticed that before. Oh. Was this opening here before, I wonder? This place is so stuffy. What the fuck? Item get. Acquired diary entry number 1. This looks an awful lot like that old geezer's robe, doesn't it? What's this? The miracle of our beloved patroness, Saint Valpurga. After last evening's events, I have no choice but to take responsibility. Not only for Saint Valpurga's sake, but for old Holly's as well. What? Granny Holly. On her deathbed, old Holly confessed to all her sins. Among her most mundane missteps, she told me of Elise, of her many prayers to cure her of her childlessness. Yet what struck me as remarkable was the miracle she claimed was granted, that the woodland itself granted her wish for a child. As she put it herself, he granted her wish for a heavy price. How can this be? What did old Holly truly mean to say? If this truly did happen, and Elise was conceived by St. Valpurga's divine intervention, yet if not for St. Valpurga's blessings, then who is he? Old Holly didn't seem delirious, nor did she lose her composure. I have more questions than I can answer at this moment. What is going on here? Just hold on to this piece of paper. A tattered note. This is Another prayer. Hallowed Valpurga, sanctified be thy name. I beg thou for a sign, a testimony to my plea. May you accept this offering, the remnants of thy miracle. Kieferberg welcomes thy blessings, thy guidance. Someone must be leaving these around, but who? There's something else at the bottom. Find proof of our faith up in the peaks. Buried within the windmill that once was. That is the old windmill up in the mountains. Very spooky. Oh, what the fuck? What just happened? That was a bad time to have been cleaning my glasses. What the shit was that? What?
What is this?
A door. It's locked too. What is this place? A man-sized sigil appears chiseled into the door's gritty surface, surrounded by uneven, scattered crevices. Tattered notes.
What is this?
Another prayer. Oh, it didn't mention it. Ah, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? What was that thing? Was I dreaming? Or I think I might need something to clear my mind. I wonder if there's something up there in that window. Don't know what that was about or what that thing was, but what I saw in there was a ritual of sorts. There's no doubt about it. Oh, shit just got really spooky. What the fuck? Fuck yes, override. Save. Jesus. That old windmill, yes. Not this one. Well, I've got to know now, haven't I? Creek, yeah. Going in the right direction. How's my sanity looking? Low. Have some grape juice, shall we? That doesn't... It does not recover very much. I was gonna go and do some chores and earn some money, but now I've gotta know. The windmill that once was. This is it, surely. But I can't move this out the way. Maybe I should come back some other day. Okay, well we're gonna be checking that out every day, aren't we? I guess we can go and earn some money. feeling that money might seem a bit superfluous when you're being followed by eldritch fucking horrors. This chipper, happy music feels so out of place suddenly. Forevermore decorated with blooming flowers, keep its crest rests up the square. Let me save it here because I can. I was able to engage what's her face in an event, and I suppose I better check the church, see if I can do the same here. There she is. I'm here for my earful, I suppose. You're no child, Elise. For goodness sake. I'll spare you, Elise. You're aware you've said too much. I couldn't have stayed silent, you know that. I agree it was their fault, Elise, but we both know this will only get you the wrong kind of attention. Old Hawkins to be expected. I'm well aware, Lerkelchen. There's no need for you to fret over this, you know. There is the utmost need for me to fret over it, Elise. I'll keep Father Hans from dwelling on it too much. Alright, why don't you meet me here at dusk, Elise? We could both use a little downtime, wouldn't you say? I'll be here. I can only hope Le Cushion doesn't get her own earful over me. No, I'm not so certain what to talk to you. I'm hoping you've had some time to think, Elise. Kieferberg needs order and fellowship, Hans. It needs stability. We can't keep going like this. Going like what? You're well aware of what I'm talking about, lass. Let's keep our cool, old Jochen. Elise is spared at some sort, I'm certain. Let's say I have. You ought to listen to your elders, lass. Okay, now we're gonna go and earn some money. I haven't done wood chopping. What about these? Can you lend me a hand? Ah, will do, Mrs. Linda. I'll be heading off then. I'll go visit you, Elise. No, you won't, Jacob. But Mama, why don't they ask Freya to chop it for them instead? Chop, chop, chop. Chop, kick. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to get me, Ah! Okay. I see. Ah. Kick things you're not meant to chop, chop things you're meant to chop. 44 rank A. Boom. No. Not going to spend more money on that one just yet. Seem to have done okay. You win. Ho ho. I knew I could rely on you, Elise. That's a lot of logs. Here you go, my dear. Thank you, Miss Linda. Quite tired, it seems. I thought I'd never find you, Elise. Oh, now what, Miffy? It's your...
Anyway.
I don't have food for you. Shoo shoo. But Elise, it's your... My what? Your friend. The last with Zavani hat. She's right outside.
Hurry it up!
Take me to her, Molly, right now. My, you're covered in dirt, lass. Fine. She's so funny looking. Look at her. And look at her silly hat. Angelica, don't be rude. Do you know this lass, Lisbeth? Elise said she's from Pimmeldorf? Oh, I'm not from Pimmeldorf. I've never had a... Why, I haven't the faintest idea, Ariane. I'm looking for Elise. Have you seen her? Elise, do you know her? We do happen to know her, Elise. How do you know her, lass? Elise, she said she's adopted. What did you hear about this, Millie? What? When did you hear about this, Millie? Oh, if you please tell me where. Look, Mama, she has a tiny scarecrow. Forgive me, but does anyone know where I can find Elise? Tiny scarecrow?
Rosemary!
Oh, yeah. Rosemarine. Elise.
For goodness sake!
What are you doing here, you... So you do know the lass Elise. I guess she's, I think, Elise, a distant cousin from Pimmeldorf. Why, you don't have cousins, Elise. I do recall that Holly's mother had a sister, but I've never met her. Yes, exactly. Rosemarine here is my aunt's granddaughter. It's Rosemarine. I'm so very pleased to meet you, Rosemarine. Oh, thank you. Anyhow, it's getting quite late. We'd best move along before... but do tell me, my dear. How long have you known you had a cousin? This is all very new to me as well, you see. My, I must say that's rather strange. Oh, why did I say? How did you find Elise, lass? In truth, we... We've exchanged. It was a long time ago, but we knew of each other. I don't think I followed you, so this must be exchanged before Saturday, no? My Granny Holly exchanged letters with her auntie. But Elise... Ah, I thought old Holly didn't know how to read, let alone write. Now that you mention it, Linda, old Holly truly was. Would you look at the time?
Yes.
I think I know what you mean, Elise. That's alright, you two. We wouldn't want to keep you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rosemarine. She's delighted to meet you all. Well, that was just pure chaos. First, red. Need to buy more bread. Looking cheeky again today, dearie. Oh, that's a lot coming from you, Madame Cheek. Anything else? Some pretzels, mate? I just bought some pretzels. You want to eat more, Elise? Well, give me more free shit. Maybe I will. hear a helicopter. Helicopters occasionally pass overhead around here. It's very funny. / loud. Help Yugen with the chickens. Play Kiss the Rat with the kids. I don't want to play Kiss the Rat, thank you very much. But I might help Yugen with the chickens. Oh, yep. You might be able to hear it, just subtly in the background. You completely lost your wits, Rosemary. I'm sorry, Elise. I knew you had a bird's nest for a brain, but this is too much. Well, you know what you did. I'm sorry, Elise. I didn't mean to. I was chasing after Flocky, you see. Why not let him frolic about? That's what goats do. He took the laundry I was tending to right out of my hands. I couldn't let him ruin your sheets. Alright, well, truth is we made a complete mess of it. I don't even want to think about Han's reaction.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to trouble you. Forget it, Rosemarine. It's alright. Anyhow, we ought to keep our story straight. Maybe if we tell them I came to lend you a hand with work?
This is it.
That's it, Rosemarine.
Alright.
Listen carefully. Your grandmother is Granny Holly's auntie. The one that never came to visit. That makes you my distant cousin of sorts, you see? You came about to meet me, but we could have simply bumped into each other, and you asked me if I knew anyone named Holly.
I'm sorry.
How does that relate to what I said? Why, you liked Kiefer so much, you wanted to stay and lend a hand. You're a kind, charitable, loving soul who wants to help with the festival. And that'll keep them from asking too many questions, I'd wager. I think that's a great idea, Elise.
Alright.
That being said, Rosemarine, you're going home right after nightfall, you hear? I don't want you hanging around these folks too much. All right, Elise.
It.
Make it happen right now, then. Let's go. Yes. Party talk. What the hell is party talk? Head back to work. Let's go deal with some chickens. Full of surprises, aren't you, Elise? Who's this lass? I'd like to introduce you to my cousin from Primmeldorf. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Rosemary. He told me to tell me that Holly still has family in Primmeldorf. She did, but I wouldn't want to speak on Rosemarine's behalf, but my granny has already passed, so I see. That's rather unfortunate. You're from a humble home, I can see that much. Oh, truly, I've always been rather... Why, aren't we all from humble homes, Mrs. Bertha? Truly, Bertha, thee hardly knows, alas. My people take offense to everything these days. So, this is your cousin, Elise. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Rosemarine. We were discussing the flower crowns for the festival, Elise. I ought to make one for Rosemarine, too. Oh, I wouldn't want to trouble you. Don't be silly, Rosemarine. We want you to feel welcome. Be done with that scruffy hat of yours, too. I was surprised to hear you had a cousin, Elise. Linda Elizabeth here told me everything just now. I still don't quite understand how she came to be in Kieferberg, however. You see, I've always known I had an auntie named Holly in Kieferberg. I heard of the festival and decided to take my chances, all. That truly is wonderful, lass. Oh, but wasn't told Holly. Oh, we should look at the time, we're so busy. Oh, do enjoy the festival, dearie. Thank you. We're safe. Good thinking, Rosemarine. Is everything alright, Mr. Tristan? Old Wilhelm's one stubborn fellow, let me tell you. He is not long from meeting his maker, yet still he works himself like a donkey. Mr. Wilhelm's still rather cheery for his age, wouldn't you say? There's a big difference between one's cheer and one's strength, Elise. What are we to do if he takes a tumble? What is he intending to do? More importantly, Elise, who's the lass? This is my cousin, Rosemarine. Rosemarine. She came all the way from Primmeldorf for the festival, you see. It's a pleasure to meet you. Here I thought old Holly was your only family, Elise. No, not quite. Well, welcome to Kieferberg, lass. I hope you enjoy the festival. Ah, thank you. He's in the way. Goodness gracious, Elise. There's no need to make such a fuss, Freya. Oh, it's such a pleasure to meet you. My name is Freya. I'm a friend of Elise's here in Kiefberg. Oh, I'm Rosenmarine. What a wonderful name, Rosenmarine. It's nice meeting you, Freya. She's my cousin, Freya, from Primmeldorf. From Primmeldorf? Oh, you simply must come and dance with us. Ah, of course, Freya. Everyone keeps talking about this festival. I'm very much looking forward to it. There's so much to show you, I can't wait. Oh, I know. Why don't you two come here? Come have dinner tonight. Tonight won't work, Freya. She's lending me a hand at home, tidying up Granny Holly's old bits and pieces. Oh, that's quite alright. It's such a shame, though. I very much appreciate the invitation. Of course, you're welcome anytime. Tell me if you need anything, both of you. Don't work yourself into the ground now. You too, Elise. My Elise, who is this lass? This is my cousin Rosemarine. Rosemarine! Oh, I could have sworn it was just you and Lord Holly. She always said I had an auntie in Primmeldorf. Rosemarine's that auntie's granddaughter. You're very welcome in Kiefberg, Rosemarine. You simply must stay for the festival. Am I making any sense whatsoever? Of course. Oh, I'd best gather the laddies for class now. You're a teacher, Mrs. Dorothea. Ah, I teach some basic reading, writing, and numbers is all. All right, Mrs. Dorothea. We'll be on our way now. It was a pleasure to meet you, Rosemarine. You too, Mrs. Dorothea. I get so lonely all by myself. I'm gonna get 2 of these because my little sanity meter is not doing great. You sure that's all? Yeah. I'll save them for now. You never know. Goodbye, Miss Velma. Velma. That's looking a little better. Now that is a face we've not seen before. Ah, Mr. Gustav, this is my cousin Rosemarine. It's Rosemarine. Cousin, I had no idea you've had family besides Old Holly. I do recall Old Holly had an aunt someplace near Primmeldorf. Welcome to Kieferberg, lass. I do hope you stay for the festival. Ah, yes, I will. I must say, I'm rather taken aback, Elise. It's not that much of a surprise, is it? Rosemarine came to meet me after her grandmother passed, that's all. The lass is right. There's no reason to fret. Of course, I wouldn't want to make anyone feel... On the contrary, Rosemarine. It's the other way around, if anything. I'm certain you'll endure your stay, lass. Thank you so much. I'm thinking I might make a save and then just go and ruin my reputation at one of these just to see what happens. There's a fine cousin. We heard all about you from Ariane. Allow me to introduce you, Mr. Fryn and Mr. Guido. This is my cousin Rosemarine. It's a pleasure to meet you. Just in time for the festival, aren't you, lass? Oh, I've been hearing all about it. Make certain you make the most of it while you're here. Rosemarine's going to be helping me with work all week. Making your cousin work for her stay, Elise. Doesn't surprise you in the least, does it? No, Elise is very kind. It was a joke, lass. Oh. You're very welcome in Kieferberg, Rosemarine. It's Rosemarine. It's time we go, Rosemarine. We have much to do. You there with the chickens. Ah, there you are. Your cousin, is it? a pleasure to meet you. She came all the way from Pribbledorf.
Pribbledorf? That's a long way from here.
Ah, truly.
I was thinking of asking you to collect some eggs, Elias.
Of course. Rosemarine can come with me and lend me a hand. Ah, yes. Out of my way, you feathered rat. Chicken frenzy. Chicken frenzy. Move, pick egg. Huh? This is bizarre. You can only pick eggs when the chickens are not there. Okay. That was a bit more complex than I was expecting. I have no idea if that was any good at all. Rank A. Boom. Yeah, we're gonna move on. We'll fuck with that another day. Good job, you two. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it, Lise? I struggle to understand what's so fun about collecting eggs. Why don't you two get yourselves something nice for supper? Thank you so much. 40 monies. It's best you heading out home now, Rosemarine. Folks have had enough of you for one day. Oh, it was so much fun, Elise. If you say so. I'll see you at home then. I still like her hat. I want one. Romantic date available. And a task. Chop wood with chickens. Very pretty. You can't be straining yourself like that, Marielle. Is everything alright? Ah, Mechthilda's making too much of it, Elise. It's an awful lot of work, Marielle, and you're not as young as you used to be. Oh, but what would I be doing with my time if not lending a hand for the festival? I'm slower than I was in my youth, but I can still be of help. You could always share some of the workload with prayer, Mrs. Marielle. I couldn't even lend a finger, not for this tremor of mine. Oh, we aren't what we used to be, are we, Mechthilda? That we're not all less. Yes, I see you, bitch. It's pretzel time. Spare me, Maggie. I've waited all day, Elise. You promised me a pretzel. I promised you no such thing. I'm telling Father Hans then, just you wait. I've already introduced her to everyone myself. Oh, my poor beggar cousin Rosemarine. They fell right for it, every single one of them. She's not your cousin? Ah, shit. Golly, Elise, even I fell for it. You've got it all wrong. What I meant was... I'd best go let all the folks know, huh? If only you'd given me a pretzel. Bitch. You keep your wretched mouth shut, Mindy Yoros. Dare tell us all about any of this and you're good as dead. That's what I thought. Oh, and it's fresh too. You're so generous. Let me clear, Murphy. As long as you give me some grape juice tomorrow. So I can drown you in it. Got it. Grape juice. I'm gonna go get that now before I forget. Thank you. Yes, that's all. Oh, that windstorm was a dreadful thing. I see we're still blabbering on about that windstorm. Tell me about it, Elise.
You two ought to take this very seriously. Old Stefan warned us on his deathbed, no less.
That's why we can't trust his word, old Jochen.
Old Stefan passed too early, that's what.
Let old Stefan rest. What was it he said that was so important anyhow?
Nonsense, Elise, that's what. You foolish folk would never learn.
It's only natural you don't know, Elise. You were young. Old Stefan warned us of the arrival of the witch, no less.
That Kieferberg would undergo many trials that we would all...
Oh, for goodness sake. You're starting to sound like Elise, Marlin. What's that supposed to mean, you? It's best we walk away, lass, as these old folks will never learn. I got no suspicion right now, have I? Hell. Yeah. The spooky pictures have gone away. A summer chill would do you no good, anyhow. And you, Elise? What about me, Miss Brunhilde? Old Holly brought her to Kieferberg in the summer, I believe. She told me I was born a few weeks after the summer solstice.
How are you to know when you were born?
Granny Holly ought to have known, Mrs. Loreley. You were adopted, to be fair, but... Oh, but weren't you brought back here as a baby? She was, so I suppose old Holly couldn't have been wrong. I can't say it's very polite of you to be discussing such things. I'm so sorry, Elise. I was asking them about the townsfolk, with my baby coming and everything. Why you always take everything so seriously, Elise? Let's go home, Apple. Mama told us we ought to be home before nightfall today. The sun's still high, Gruner. Stop whining. You ought to listen to your mother, Apple. I don't want to go home yet. Apple? It seems Mrs. Lisbeth's in a bit of a temper today, Elise. Mrs. Lisbeth's in a temper? Mrs. Dorothea was also in a temper. That's because you refuse to read, Apple. Even I read better than you. No, you don't, liar. I do too, I do too. You're the one who's best at reading, aren't you, Jakob? And with numbers too. You ought to lend these two bird brains a hand, you hear? Leave, Elise, you're ugly. Ugly, ugly. Wow. Bitch. There's your cousin, headed home already. She's had her fill of Kieferberg for one day, is all. A heaven sent, Elise, that's what she is. It's not every day you discover a cousin, is it? I must say, I'm glad you're no longer on your own, lass. I suppose you're right, Mr. Finn. Of course he's right, Elise. Family is what's most important. Always full of cheer, aren't you? That's what logging does for you. Working with Gustav's what made us in good spirits, I'd say. The lad has more cheers than all of Kieferberg and Pribbledorf combined. Must run the family, wouldn't you say? Freya could very likely run the festival all by herself, don't you agree? Logging included, no doubt. I'd wager she could carry an entire cart of logs all the way to Kieferberg. What is she, a horse? Maybe. Maybe she is a horse. On your way home, Elise? Not yet, Mrs. Linda. Say, have you got any cheese or milk from Lisbeth? No, I haven't. The goats have fallen ill, you see. She stopped by earlier to take back the cheese I got from her. I see. Lord knows what's wrong with her goods. Oh, I wouldn't forgive myself for my voice for either. I'm certain Mrs. Lisbeth didn't mean any harm, Mrs. Linda. Of course not, Elise. What a thing to say. These things happen, but, you see... No, I don't think I do, Mrs. Linda. I often wonder if Lisbeth's husband was still with us. Mrs. Linda. Oh, I know. Let's pretend I didn't say that, Elise. That's a good problem to have, lad. Is everything alright, Mr. Gustav? Jürgen here will have his hands tied with his business all week. It's a matter of what we're to do. It's a matter of when we're to do it, truth be told. The horses will need some rest, that's for certain. For all we know, we might have to pull those carts ourselves. I'd best make certain I keep busy tomorrow, then. You would need to feed up on a lot more pig roast before you can carry even a single log, Elise. He's right, Elise. You ought to make sure you're keeping yourself healthy. I'm stronger than I look, Mr. Eugen. Old age doesn't wait for anyone, Elise. Eat plenty, and don't work yourself into the ground, you hear? Quick save. And then I'm going to run up to the thingy. Old windmill, just to make sure. I'm sure nothing will have happened just yet, but you never know. And then back into town for a date with Lebkuchen. Could have sworn your cousin was meant to be helping, Elise. She's passing time until I need her, Mr. Logudik. We're bracing ourselves to go on patrol, lass. Make sure you're home before then, you hear? They'll have each other up on their way up to the peaks from now on, lads. Truly, there's no need to worry, Mr. Bernhard. I'm glad that's the case, Elise. We must look after each other. Of course, Mr. Ludwig. Still can't say I'm looking forward to going on patrol every night. Every night? Folks need some peace of mind, lass. Ah, I see. Up to the old windmill. This way. What that once was. Maybe I should come back another day. Okay. Nothing happening here. I'm guessing something will happen that will move the old grindstone. Millstone, sorry. But what, hey? But what? I didn't come down here earlier, so I wonder what else is happening. Anything exciting down here? The woodland. I ought to wonder what that old hag was trying to tell me. Interesting. To the church. Hello. there she is. I'll spend some time with her. You'll start to grow roots standing there all day, Levkuchen. Why, I'd make a rather pretty flower, don't you think?
For goodness sake.
A little cheery for this time of day, don't you think? You're the one who's had any eventful days. Too eventful for my taste, even. There's plenty to tell me then, isn't there? Why, I think not. I came here to spend time with you, Liv.
Please.
Elise. Now sit. Sit. Right there. Sit. Oh, now this is what I came here for. Beat standing, wouldn't you say? I spoil you a little too much, I say. Felt like I'd have it any other way anyhow. You telling me all about it? Later, Elise. About those shoes, or what's that last? Alright. Not one more word about this nonsense now, you hear? Fine. Still, Elise, I thought you knew. You what? About what happened earlier today. Oh, it's probably best I tell you about it later. Lebkuchen.
For goodness sake.
To think you're a proper nun, more like an imp. You're truly so easy to tease, Elise. Easy or not, you better not be hiding anything from me. You get to keep secrets yet, I don't. So there is something. I wouldn't say I'm keeping it from you, but you'll think I'm untrusting, Elise. What? You see, I've been thinking about you. Olaf Kieferberg knows you won't stay here forever. Will you? That's a different issue altogether, Elise. Seems to me they're quite the same, if I'm honest. Be that as it may. What am I to do when you're gone, Elise? You're, how to put it, your only comfort in this dull place? You're also very much irritating, like an imp, I'd say. Am I now? Terribly so. Didn't think I could read you this easily, did you? My, I might just throw you in the well at this rate. I might drown Lev, but then you'd really be left without me.
Oh, Elise.
Elise. I'm well aware, Levkin. You're not the only one who thinks fondly of what we have, but it doesn't mean we can't be together someplace else, does it? You hadn't thought of it like that, had you? Anyhow, I'll be waiting for you by the fountain tomorrow afternoon. Don't be late, Elise. No.
I see.
Let go in. On your way home, Elise. Quite late, I'm aware.
Our fellows are out on patrol for a reason, lass.
I'm still not certain it's for a good reason, if I'm honest.
Me too, Mr. Gustav.
I must say I don't quite see the use for it.
Gustav here just doesn't want to make the rounds, I think.
I'd say getting a good night's sleep would do us all better, I saw. Old Jochen's preaching does more harm than good.
He could be right for all we know.
I struggle to fear something I haven't yet seen, Wilhelm. Surely there's no such thing as a witch.
My only comfort is knowing I'll keep Freya well rested.
You too, Elise. You and your cousin can sleep comfortably tonight.
Let me cue him.
My, you got another earful staying in town until this late, Elise. Isn't it quite late for you too, Mrs. MacDilda? Oh dearie, mornings were never my favourite. Your grandmother shared the sentiment, didn't she? She did take her time going to bed, that's true. Old Holly Tree was full of surprises and secrets. Secrets, Mrs. MacDilda? Ah, yes, Gretel and I were always wondering what was on her mind. She was quite withdrawn at times, you see. I suppose she was, yes. Gretel was the only one she'd confide in. Lev Kuen's granny does talk about her a great deal, that's for certain. You can't take old Jochen's foolery to heart, Elise. Your lasses are different from when I was your age, and that's the way it ought to be. Maybe your elders aren't as narrow-minded as Mrs. MacDilda. Oh, you wouldn't know, dearie. I have a feeling there's going to be something important about that fairy, sir. These are all old requests from Mrs. Marielle. I suppose some of the townsfolk still gather here, even though she's moved across the street. Quiet little town. Little town, it's a quiet village. Every day like the one before. Little town full of little people waking up to serve. I don't know why I suddenly remembered that song. It's been ages since I've seen that movie. I was going to get another bread or pretzels. Can I afford pretzels? Stop it with the cheeky. Cheeky. No, I'm good, thank you, Granny Cheeks. Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon. Hella ass. Don't you start, Lebkuchen. I'm not explaining myself again. My lips are sealed. You can stand there looking at me all you want. She's a rather sweet lass, I must say. Lebkuchen. I know you, Elise. She's my cousin. There's nothing more to it. Oh, could you say that again? She's, you know... No, I don't know, Elise. That's why I'm asking. Now we got that out the way, won't you tell me who she is? She says she's a traveller. I found her hiding in my granary on Saturday. A traveller? I'm not convinced either, Leb, but I felt sorry for the poor lass. She says she's been leaving right after the festival, so it's only temporary. What has she come here to do? She won't tell me much herself. I had no intention of bringing her to Kieferberg, but she graced us with her presence, I suppose. I had to think of something right there and then. Elise. I shouldn't be housing a stranger, let alone put myself in harm's way for her, but... I understand, Elise. Oh, Leb. I also understand that you're telling me is half true for best. Here's your bread, let me know if you need more, won't you? I trust you all the same, Elise. You don't have to help me, Leb, you know that. Look at me, Elise. I do trust you. I need you to know that. All right. Stay out of trouble now. I'll see you tomorrow. I hate lying to her like that. I should keep this under wraps for Lebkuchen's sake too. Aww. That wind sound is very fucking spooky. Don't like it. The woodland. Hop, hop, hop. I'm gonna swing by the old mill once again because I'm nothing if not occasionally thorough. You heard me. I know that once was, maybe I should come back another day. Theory still stands. Yeah, he's the goat. I love you, goat. I never did do anything outside, actually. Was I ever actually supposed to do something down here? Ooh. Just another girl with a wish. Doesn't everyone have a wish or two? Not all that made him do. I was once what you'd call the good company, despite these red shoes. The object of her affections, I suppose. What are you talking about? I was forsaken in his den by the one I loved. Whoever you bring to keep him company, bear in mind this will be their fate. The good company. If I had to interpret what that just was, it sounded to me like she was saying that she brought a loved one to meet whoever this him is as a sacrifice, which would imply to me that whoever I am romancing the most, by whatever point that I get to go to him, will wind up either optioned to sacrifice or just a sacrifice. So that's interesting. I guess we'll find out.
Elise,
There you are, Elise. It's quite late, isn't it?
for goodness sake.
Spare me the earful, Rosemarine. What's there to sweep out here after nightfall, anyhow?
I'm sorry.
I was keeping myself busy until you came home, is all. And Flock here was amusing himself chasing after the broom. Weren't you, Flock? No, he's so fucking cute. What's for supper then? Oh, I made grape soup. Soup? I figured we could both use something hearty. We have eggs. What about the eggs?
Of course.
I cooked those too. I thought we could toast some of yesterday's bread to have with them. Oh, thank goodness.
I'm sorry.
Did I do something wrong? Eggy toast ought to be enough for today, I suppose. Let's head inside, Rosemary. What? It's nothing. Elise, wait. Yeah, grape soup doesn't sound great. It's tastier than it looks, isn't it? Could have been worse, that's for certain. Anything tastes good when you're hungry, I find. I suppose today went well, all things considered. I'd best keep an eye on her, let those folks. Say, Elise, I've been meaning to ask you something. Those shoes you found this morning.
Now that you mention it.
What about them? You still haven't told me much about them. I've seen them before in my dreams, a long time ago. In your dreams?
I'm sorry.
Elise, is there something you're not telling me? I don't know where to start, Rosmarine. I've been avoiding thinking about it, but this morning in Kieferberg,
Elise.
Our fates, Elise. They're finally starting to align. Huh? Oh, never mind.
Marine.
I saw an old hag, Rosmarine. She told me about this patron saint in the woods, that he grants folks wishes if they bring him gifts. So it's true after all. You've heard about all this before? Carry on, carry on. She said I must bring him 3 gifts. The tender flesh, sweet as nectar, and good company. Oh, Elise, that's wonderful. What else did she say? Did she mention your fate?
Goodness sake.
You're scaring me with all this nonsense. Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of, Elise. How do you know about all this? It's an old folk tale my granny used to tell me. A folk tale. Carry on now. What else did she say? She mentioned finding a dwelling in the woods, that he will grant my wish if I bring him the 3 gifts made from these testaments. You told her your wish, didn't you? I did, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's... Don't tell me. You can't tell the folks about your wish, Lisa.
Out with it.
You have to tell me what's going on. All I know is what my granny told me, but I can tell you about it. I can tell you all about it, Lisa. I can help you.
Marine.
I need to think about this. I'll be here tidying up. You can ask me anything you like. All right. Can't leave that talking to Rosmarine or to the Thorners. Okay. Rosmarine, you don't have to look so frightened, Elise. This is all very well overwhelming, is all. Oh, Elise, isn't fate such a wonderful thing? Enough of that, Rosmarine. What are these testaments and gifts? Ah, of course. In order to meet him, you're going to have to gather the testaments to your resolve. These are tools and ingredients you'll have to use when crafting the gifts. It's common courtesy to bring your host nice gifts when visiting, isn't it? Huh. Ah, there's also the trials, but I can tell you all about his folk tale later. Alright then, for now I want to know, what is the tender flesh? I don't quite like the sound of it, but... Oh, you're the one making it sound bad, Elise. The tender flesh represents your body, the vessel for your soul, so to speak. A representation of my own flesh, then. All that matters is that it carries a part of your mortal body. Huh. There's nothing to be afraid of, Elise. It can be a nail clipping or a strand of hair. What's important is the connection between you and the symbolic vessel. A symbolic vessel. Rosmarine, what is the good company? I don't know what to think of this one. You should meet him when your soul is at its most vulnerable, Elise. At its most vulnerable. Granny used to say, good company brings one's innermost self to light. One's true face, in other words. Rosmarine, I'm not sure I understand. Why, it's love, Elise. Love. Love reveals all, wouldn't you say? I suppose. Rosmarine, what is the sweetest nectar? It's not as though I don't have an idea, but I don't quite like it. It represents your vitality, Elise, your essence. You don't mean, all that matters is that it carries a part of your mortal body. A part of my mortal body, huh? I know what you're thinking, Elise. That could be it, if that's what you're inclined to bring him, but... What is it, Rosmarine? These are meant as proof of your resolve, first and foremost. It's your determination that's most important, Elise. Huh. I need time to think. I still can't wrap my head around this nonsense, Rosmarine. That's alright, Elise. I'll be here if you have any more questions. I think I need a moment. Bring him gifts made out of testaments. And I'm supposed to find these somewhere? But where? Seems like I might have been right. Elise? What is it, Rosemary? I still haven't told you much about myself, but I'll be outside in the granary if you want to talk more. I'll think about it, Rosemary. Very spooky. Where is she? Oh, there she is. I knew you'd come about, Elise. You seem to know everything, don't you? Not at all, but feel free to ask me anything you'd like. Alright, well... Who is he? You said your granny used to tell you this folktale. He's a patron saint, Elise. He grants folks wishes for a heavy price. A heavy price, huh? He, whose name has been lost to time, is a benevolent entity. It said he can grant folks wishes if they show him their resolve. Firstly, you ought to acknowledge his invitation to meet him. The shoes, I suppose, that's the only explanation. If you do, he will then welcome you to his trials. They are the shoes of the Goody Two-Shoes title. Trials? If you do clear them and show him your resolve by doing so, he will give you a testament. Alright. You will then have to use the testaments to craft him gifts, and go out into the woods, gifts in hand, on the night of a full moon to summon him. Sounds an awful lot like a cautionary tale. Oh, but we're not finding out it's more than that, aren't we? We're now finding out, I suppose. I'll have to find out for myself whether that's true or not. Alright, well... Who are you? You haven't told me enough about yourself. Well, how to say, I'm a strong believer in fate, Elise. Fate, you say? I've dreamed about you, about Kieferberg, your home, your shoes. Ever since I was born, I've known my fate was with you, Elise. I don't understand, Rosemary. Those dreams were premonitions, I'm certain. They stopped the night I reached Kieferberg, which can only mean that I'm currently living out my own fate, by your side, Elise. I find that very difficult to believe, Rosemary. I know it all sounds very strange, but my granny told me everything I know, you see. About nature, about the cosmos, faith, and the woodland. The woodland, you say? She told me all sorts of tales from the past. About our community, about its origins, and our patroness, Valpurga. Rosemary, that's rather... Isn't it such a coincidence both our patronesses share the same name? It has to be fate, at least. I'm not too sure about that. You see, some things had yet to make sense to me until recently. I didn't understand my own dreams for a long, long time. Or why I could sense, see, and feel things unspoken. Rosemary. Why folks called us foul names, or why Granny preferred to sleep under the stars most nights. Yet it all fell into place, Elise, as she told me it would. Fate will guide you if you let it. All you have to do is trust your instincts. I suppose. I'm going back inside. Today was rather tiring. I'll head inside in a little while. I would like to whisper to the stars. Something like that. Don't take too long, Rosemary. I better get some sleep before I lose my mind. Oh, Peanut, you scared me. I was too involved. Hello, PP. Gifts, huh? I best go to bed to make... I'll make sense of all this tomorrow. Oh, hello. Here we go again with the spookies. I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about all this nonsense. Everything that old hag told me about the testaments, the gifts, about him, what Rosmarine told me too. I find it hard to believe, but maybe it's true. If I do gather these testaments, if I do find my way to him, maybe I can finally leave this wretched town and live my life like I'm meant to live the life I'm meant to live.
Now that you mention it,
Start anew, someplace far, far away. This could very well be my chance for happiness.
let's go!
I ought to at least try. I have to go to the woodland and find out right now. It's always worth checking in the pantry. You never know. I'm gonna go for it. We're just gonna quickly go to the woods and see what happens. Finish this full day and call it. Since we know where we're going. Let's see if what that old hag said is true.
Together at least.
I have to at least give it a try. Okay. So this is the woodland. I ought to find him. I ought to be brave. Shit's looking very Madoka Magica in here. Did we just wind up in, what's it called? Okay. What is this wretched place? I best be careful. This could be dangerous. Ah. Ah! 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 What the fuck? What is going on? Ah! Stop! Stop! Ah! Wow. Okay. Okay, that was scary. Okay, I changed my mind. That seems like a good place to stop. We're gonna stop there. We will continue. I'm gonna see if I can jump in on Saturday. We got a week off next week, so I'm gonna try and stream a couple more times during my week off, just because I can. Just enjoy a bit of whatever nonsense comes to mind. I'm thinking I might try and jump in on some FF14, bring Burgle Sharky back out, since I know that a couple of people have been chomping at the bit to see him return. One of them being me, of course. But yes, until then, thank you all very much. This has been some fascinating, spooky times. I hope you enjoy your Halloween. It'll be tomorrow. I'm sure we'll be enjoying ours too. It won't be tomorrow at all. It'll be Thursday. What am I on about? Yeah. Enjoy yourself, your nice Halloweens. Get some spooky funs in. Do whatever you think, and please feel free to reach out. Let me know what you're thinking of everything's going on so far, and what you think of what I've done. And hey, if you have some suggestions for things going forwards, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions and weird shit. I should really put up a list sometime of what I've got stockpiled, because I have a number of good lists, good piles of games going forward that I'm looking forward to playing on this channel. But thank you all very much. Thank you for watching and listening and enjoying, and can't wait to see you again soon. Until then, you all take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.